Nebraska Cornhuskers enter to take on Indiana. Big Ten basketball on the Big Ten Network is sponsored by Venmo and one of the Venmo, and it's the same five that you would expect for each team. But you talk about threes. Bryce Sanford's been hitting. Lamar Wilkerson, we saw what he did against Penn State earlier. This is a 6 to start this game.
No, that's only reserved for football for this Indiana team.
How about a fadeaway two for Lamar Wilkerson?
That Lamar Wilkerson is going to have one of those kind of days, perhaps. He had it setting the Assembly Hall record against Penn State. In the corner, Nebraska and former high school teammate Bryce Sanford.
Be an interesting matchup as it goes on.
Wilkerson on the drive, no, but a follow rebound and put back by Sam Alexis.
For rebounding, especially on the offensive end, but that was a nice putback.
Inside, Rink Mass spinning for two. And we are
their big guys out, a lot of cutting action.
Up top to Connerway. Fake the swing and right. The skip to DeVries for three, but an offensive foul.
James.
1 for 10 from three over the last couple. If nothing else, though, he saw one go down, even if it didn't count.
And he made some yesterday in practice also.
Yes. Not a challenge. They've changed their mind.
Yes, Tucker might have told his dad, maybe we should wait.
Sanford coming through on the baseline, and Connor Enright commits the... In the corner, Lawrence, open three, rolls that home. Jamarcus Lawrence.
A lot of sense to go to Rhode Island, but I know, as I mentioned before, they're happy to have him back.
Wilkerson trying to get it heated up, and when he does,
stayed in front of him, made him take a tough shot and finish at the shot.
Mast, baseline fadeaway is good. Another guy who's returned this year, not live to the Huskers. 5-point lead for Nebraska. Mast on the drive, all the way inside. He got past Alexis for two. Rankings for adjusted defensive efficiency, their best defensive rating in 4 years. Here's DeVries off the inbound against that defense, gets an open look.
And he's got it.
Cale Jacobson on the floor. Jacobson, the step through Frager, they didn't get a shot off. So we came out talking about Nebraska defense. Indiana gets a quick three, and then Connor Enright will bring it up for Indiana. Adam transfer who was with Coach DeVries at Drake.
Gotta believe they'll go back to Tucker.
They did indeed, and this time the air ball out of bounds.
Now this game hopefully a little better for him.
Here's Bailey. Underneath, has to swing it around. Dorn will try again. This time he hits. Last night.
And transfers from Elon. Just a good rotation on that basketball.
And the answer, Sanford quiets this crowd and ends the 6-0 run. Hoiberg in the paint. DeVries knocks it out of his hands, and now a turnover. Live ball, Enright will jump it up to Wilkerson. Wilkerson stripped out of his hands by Frager.
On the broadcast now, I used to never listen, but when I see you on, I always put it on.
That's the change from a coach to not a coach. They've got to launch a three quickly, and oh my, Lawrence beats the 8 points.
2 for 2 from three, continued his hot streak.
Wilkerson trying to answer, good offensive rebound. Nobody there to block out Reed Bailey, and an easy two. 5 to shoot again. Nebraska not getting much going. Now they're going to have to hoist another contested late shot clock shot. This one in the corner, rolls around and out off the hands of Jared. Tough pass. Wilkerson able to save it. Back it goes to Wilkerson, driving baseline. Count that bucket and a foul. Ratchet it up when one's going 14-4 against the other. Wilkerson will hand it off. The three is there for Trent Sisley.
Bench points has been big advantage for IU, and against Nebraska at Ohio State, it was 22-0.
First. Jacobson will try, and another answer for Nebraska. 9 to shoot. Enright to work against Sanford. Nice spin. Got a good look.
And has had big games, playing a lot more confident, older guy experience. Been with coach for a long, long time, knows what he wants.
Jacobson turns the corner, aggressive.
Injury to Connor Esijan. It's given him an opportunity to play more minutes.
Oh, Wilkerson doing what he does. DeVries in the corner, contested three, and the rebound ends up with Connerway. Out it goes to Dorn. That three will drop.
Had to go down and get that one. Buchtengel bats the rebound out. Second chance for Nebraska. Buchtengel down low to the rim for the flush. Got it. Dorn. Wraparound pass, tough one. In a scramble, Indiana finding with bodies on the floor the open man, Reed Bailey. The bench providing the difference so far in this one for Indiana. Here's Wilkerson on the drive. Easy. It's open three. Jamarcus Lawrence can't get the roll. And the rebound to Vries. He'll push it up the floor. Connerway to the other end for an easy 2. 9-point. He turns it over. 3 seconds, 2 seconds. Lawrence, half-court heave. It is no good. A 12-2 run for Indiana ends the first half. Cool moment for the radio guys to get to call those big-time moments, and for those two vets to get together and talk about those games with each other was a really cool moment.
Yeah, they are. I was at Purdue a long, long time, so got a chance to know him. And he just loves Indiana.
Wilkerson, oh my! Heat check out of the locker room.
Nebraska scored a basketball here late in the half into the second.
Huskers scored only 6 points in the last 7:54 of the half and a charge on Sam Alexis.
But they've struggled getting into the paint. You've got to get some points in the paint.
DeVries steps left for 3. Oh, here comes Indiana. A little off target, and Alexis able to secure it. Here's DeVries. Wilkerson steps left 3. Count it, and the foul.
Signed with a Division II school. The coach got fired. He didn't have a scholarship. Ended up at Three Rivers Community College. Went to Sam Houston, and then
he's begging for it in the corner. He'll step in for 2. Probably too close to the basket for that one to go down. It'll stay on this end of the floor. 19 games. Indiana giving them a lot to think about here. DeVries on the drive inside, the contact and the foul.
Their culture. They're for real. I mean, these guys are an NCAA team. They can do some damage here in the league.
Lawrence on the drive. He's fouled by Sam Alexis.
Program. His son has actually helped, and then having Rick Bass back and Lawrence has been big.
Well, that looked like it might be an extra step, but Nebraska will take all 3 from Buchtengel. He'll look to push. Hoiberg all the way end to end. Here's Mast, and we've got a whistle and an offensive foul away from the baseline drive end right inside and finds Reed Bailey and the foul call.
Which is impressive, and I was part of it. Our 04-05 team, we went 29-0 the last game of the year. We led for 39 minutes and 50 to get to the Final Four and get to that national championship.
Bailey to Wilkerson, cutting inside, finds DeVries in the corner when the defense collapses.
They have to get the ball in the paint. They got to get to the free throw line.
There's Mast working against DeVries and Bailey. Hoiberg, the open man, hits.
Good kick by Mast out to Hoiberg, and open 3.
And DeVries, offensive foul. That's his 4th.
Prager and Sanford have given them so much scoring and as they've had this winning streak and really have struggled today.
Lawrence has not. He loves Wilkerson. Just could not get that one to drop, and now Hoiberg will push. Sanford in transition. There's a 3, and Nebraska fired up. Each team's big run has been spurred by defense, and Wilkerson trying to save that errant pass, throws it away. Lawrence on the run, and Nebraska's within a pair. Regain the lead with a 3. Sanford inside, got Wilkerson in the air. This game's all knotted up. 50 clock down to 10. Connerway through traffic, great feed, and finish by Reed Bailey.
The start of possession.
Here's Mast. Quickly on top is Bailey. Mast trying to power his way through Bailey with the hook, and it drops. Wilkerson, he wanted to shoot that. He'll go to work inside a foul. Team foul number 6 on the Huskies in January. Mast to work. Backing down against Bailey. Turns baseline. We're tied again.
Ooh, that is a big-time shot. Good.
So important for what Nebraska wants to do. Wilkerson lets 2 defenders clear and still hits the 3. 27.
Good idea for Enright to attack that paint, take advantage in transition. Nothing, now you get into your sets.
Wilkerson steps left, 3, no, but he's fouled. Now down 6 again. Sanford cuts that in half. Woo!
Little handoff.
16 points a game. He's having a similar jump this year as Buchtengel, good contest, able to save it, and Nebraska with a break opportunity. Lawrence in transition. This game is tied again. 3, now he'll try it. Sanford for the lead, it won't go. Frager, offensive rebound off the window, and the Huskers are on top with under 6 to play. Breeze, looking to get involved early, and he turns it over. Jacobson with the intercept. Bounce ahead, Frager to the rim, and Nebraska up by 4 on the unbeaten streak alive and stretch their winning streak to 20 games. Lawrence underneath, contact and a foul on Connerway, his second against Jacobson. Leaning inside, good defense by Jacobson, able to get the rebound and a foul.
I gotta love what Jacobson did. He
trying to back down the smaller player. Double comes. Out it goes. Frager with 5 to shoot. He'll launch a contested 3 and he'll hit it.
and take care of the basketball, make the right play, make your free throws.
Ball ends up right in the hands of Frager. He's fouled hard. He'll go to the line for 2 after
Free throw shooter and knocks down 2 big ones.
9 points in the last 3 minutes for Frager. Here's DeVries looking for 3. That is a giant bucket for Tucker DeVries.
Got back in this game. Nebraska's got to be able to finish it with a couple more buckets.
Here's Mast looking for his first 3 of the afternoon, and he rattles it home. What a time for Rink.
And game, pick and pop, made the big shot.
Wilkerson catch and shoot. And Mast has it taken away by DeVries inside. Oh, count that bucket. The rim and draw IU within 7. Frager turns the corner with a 2-hand flush. Braden Bailey in some trouble. Deflected by Lawrence, and with 20 seconds to go, Indiana will have to inbound down 9.
And there's a nice story in Lincoln.
Bailey with 2 and 15.9 to go, but it may be too little too late at a foul. Wilkerson, free fries, and it may not be a win.
Kind of fitting. Lawrence was so big early, big free throw late to kind of finish this thing off.
Wilkerson with an uncontested. Sanford's just going to dribble this one around, and that is going to do it. And the Nebraska Cornhuskers come from 16 down on the road. Train continues for Nebraska. They are 16-0. They are 5-0 in Big Ten Conference play. And Nebraska in college basketball. A 16-0 Nebraska basketball team leaves Indiana with a 6-point win.